Whoa, it's Greg Tavares. What the hell? How is he on my first slide? Well, I'll tell you something. Greg Tavares is the reason that I'm married today to the love of my life. He's also the reason that pure theater exists. Because I met Rodney, the back of the head right there, doing Private Eyes by Stephen Dietz. Remember that name, he's going to come up again. So Rodney was a independent filmmaker and a writer based in Brooklyn. I was a working actor based in Charleston, South Carolina, and a single mother of 3 children. We met, fell in love. Rodney said yes to me, the 3 kids, our dog Chi. And then we had this brilliant idea. Let's found a professional theater company together. Because nothing says stability and raising a young family like starting an arts organization in a small urban center in the South. It's such a good idea. So Stephen Ziff took pity on us and we moved into what is now the Cigar Factory, but then it was called Port City Center. We sold our house. Another great idea, y'all. And we used all that money to upfit our theater, including those red chairs that you see right there. That's a 2004 article that was in Charleston Magazine. That's a picture we took a couple weeks ago and sent to Darcy Shanklin as a joke. So this is what's really important about this picture. See that look of horror on Rodney's face right there? That's the same look he had every time we opened the tuition bill from the University of Georgia. That daughter that I was holding, child number 4 in my hands, just recently graduated from this past spring. That's our second home on King Street. Super fun, super busy. We produced a whole bunch of theater there, and we took really cool pictures of the outside of the building. Then in 2019, we moved into Cannon Street Arts Center with the help of the city of Charleston, right before the pandemic started. Again, we survived that in large part due to the help of the city of Charleston. All told, y'all, in 22 seasons, we produced 135 plays, most of them Southeastern regional premieres. We've also produced 28 world premieres. We're pretty proud of it. So, that was my past and exactly however many minutes that I had to tell you about that. So we're in season 23 and we're doing something new this year. We're inviting the playwrights whose work makes up our 23rd season to Charleston. They're coming into town this coming weekend for our first annual Playwrights Festival. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the work that's in our season this year. First up is Elizabeth Wilder. Her show ran in Charleston called Zelda in the Backyard. Yes, Camille, I'm getting to you. That scream and that beautiful face up there in the corner, that's my dear friend Camille Lohman. She's sitting next to my dear friend Miles Boynest. Miles directed, I love you both very much. Now be quiet. I have a lot of slides. All right, I'm directing Covenant by York Walker. It's a ghost story. It sits right adjacent to the Robert Johnson myth, and it's asking, what would you do? Would you sell your soul if you wanted something badly enough? Right up after that, and York will be with us as well. After that, Jonathan Spector. His play Eureka Day won the Tony Award for Best Play. He's a San Francisco-based and Berkeley-based playwright. He's going to join us virtually this weekend. This play is about progressive mindsets and what we do when we weaponize all of our best intentions. Following that is Gaslight by Stephen Dietz. Remember, Stephen Dietz. He'll be in Charleston this weekend too. Gaslight is a stage adaptation of that same film, Gaslight. Finally, in our season, we have McNeil, which is by Ayad Akhtar. He will not be joining us this weekend. He's at Milwaukee Rep directing his own version of McNeil. I'm directing his version of McNeil in Charleston. I'm planning on mine being better. McNeil is about AI and the corruptibility of AI and human creativity. It's truly one of the smartest plays I've ever read. Our season concludes with The Ocean That We Swim In. It's a world premiere by my friend Brad Erickson. It talks about love and what happens when love is forbidden and how far society will go to dampen things that it doesn't understand. So the Playwrights Weekend is starting for the first time on Friday and Saturday night. You're going to have a QR code here at the very end of my presentation that invites you to join us for that weekend of conversation, of plays, of playwrights, and how their minds shape our world today, and how this art form has lasted for millennia. We're also inviting a special guest. His name is Dan Hoyle. His play is called Takes All Kinds. He's a journalist and also a performer and an actor. He interviews people and then he performs their works on stage. This play takes a look at stories of American democracy. He is well reviewed by the Washington Post and the New York Times. So he'll be coming in with two performances, one on Friday night and one on Saturday. They also feature dance work, excuse me, y'all. Also features Polly Shepard, who is the survivor of the Mother Emanuel massacre, as well as Margaret Seidler, who wrote Painful Business. So here's the deal, y'all. I'm just going to wrap this up really quickly and just say, part of doing what I've done for a living has really sucked. I'm not going to lie. There are things that I would do differently now if I could. But what I don't ever want to regret is that we built this company here for this community. Because we wouldn't have survived for 22 seasons, going on our 23rd season, if you had not come to my theater. If you had not come and supported my great loves in my life, my husband, Rodney, who I couldn't do any of this without and wouldn't want to do anything without. And he is my true north and my best friend. Thanks, babe. But I need you too. I need you to come to Pure. I need you to give me 5 nights of your life between now and the end of May to see what contemporary theater is all about. And if you're dialed in to what's going on politically, if you're dialed into what's going on socially, if you're dialed into what's going on culturally, I promise you that contemporary theater will only make you that much more dialed in. So please join us. Thanks, y'all.